Hello traders, Kelly254 here, and today I'm going to show you how to create a bot that uses random prediction. Rather, I'm going to show you how to use a random integer block. So based on this comment here, so let's get started. So I'll go to BotBlitz.org, and then I'm going to reset this bot right here. And then according to the comment, it should be matches bot, this one that predicts a random integer between 1 to 9. So let's get started. So we're gonna go to digits, and then we're gonna pick matches, and then we need it to predict random prediction between 1 and 9. So you go to utility, then go to maths, then I'm not sure if it's this look for this block right here, random integer, then pick this, touch it right there, and then set your limit. Our integer should be between 1 and 9, so our random integer from 1 to 9. So there we have it, like that. You just make the bot. So we're gonna delete these cell conditions right here. So let's run. So it will just predict random predictions. So you can see here it was digit 1, here it's digit 8. Next is digit 4. You can see from right here. Next is digit 4 again. Next is digit 1 right here. Next is digit 2. Next is digit 3. So that's how you literally pull a bot that uses a random prediction. So you can see right here, if you go click in each and every single transaction row right here, so you see our barrier right here was digit 1, our barrier right here was digit 8, our barrier right here was digit 4, our barrier right here was digit 4 again. So a random digit does not mean that it won't repeat the same number. Remember, the next digit can also be the previous digit. So barrier here was digit 1, was digit 2, was digit 3, and so on and so forth. So you can see that's how you use a random prediction, and you can apply it across even differs. So if you want to predict differs random digits, that's how you do it. So right now this was differs barrier digit 5, this was differs barrier digit 6, this was differs barrier digit 2, this was differs barrier digit 5 again, this was differs barrier digit 3. So yeah, that's how you do it. And for you to cover up all the digits right here, you must come from 0, not 9, not 1. So you must come from 0, so that now you'll be able to cover all the 10 digits, because digits are from 0 to 9. So yeah, that's how you do it. So for instance, other cases that you can use the random integer block. So for instance, you want the bot to switch markets, or rather to go to a different volatility on just random volatilities, not from a certain specific order. So using this random integer block, so you create a new variable right here. So you call it changer. Just call it any name that you wish to call it, because it's just a variable, as long as you know how you're gonna use the variable. So now we're gonna go to logic, and then use this block right here, then this block right here, and then we're gonna use the changer block. So if changer is equals to, let's go to maths, if changer is equals to 0, then gonna 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So I'm gonna use the block for changing market. So a block for changing market right here is a market symbol changer, this block right here. So there we have it. We need 10 of them. So this one, this 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Here we have it. So I'm gonna drag this block by the side. So there we have it. So we need one more one. So I'm gonna repeat this changer block right here. So we're gonna set the changer block right here on top. We set the changer block to random integer between 1. So we seem to have more than enough. So let's confirm if everything is okay. So this is 10 1s, 10 index, 15, 25 1s, 25 index, and then you got 31s, then you got 51s, then you got 50 index, 75 1s, 75 index, then we are at 91. So I'm just gonna demonstrate using those volatilities there. So we are from 0 all the way to 10, or we do all the volatilities that are available. So let's add more. This is 10. This should be 11, 12. So I need only up to 12. And then $90, $100, and 100 index. Although for the new APIs, you'll just have 10 of them. So don't worry if you find that you have 10 volatilities, then you're on the new APIs right here. So we'll proceed now. So we need it to change from 0 all the way to 12, so that now it can select either of the markets here. So now we will drag this block right here on top. There we have it. So now when I run, it will be trading random volatility and also random prediction. So it will choose random volatility between all the 13 volatilities, and it will also choose random prediction between 0 to 9 as you are, for instance, if you're doing matches, if you're doing differs. So let's run. So this was on volatility 75 1s, this was 10 1s, this was 100 index. So this is 15 1s, this is 15 1s again, 10 index, this is 10 1s, this is 10 1s again, this is 100 index, And that's how you literally pull random trades, or basically you just be random. But for me, I wouldn't recommend you to do random stuff, because you're literally fully gambling. If you decide to go fully random, you're literally fully gambling. And I wouldn't recommend you to just go out and gamble out your money right here, because there's a chance you're gonna lose it. So tread carefully. And if you want to add martingale right here, so just go to trade parameters and then scroll all down to martingale, and then there you have your martingale. So you can choose to have a split martingale, whereby instead of multiplying your stake by a ridiculous multiplier or a factor, then it will split your loss across several number of runs. So for instance, if you want to recover within 3 runs, then it will set the system such that you will recover your loss within the 3 runs. If you win 3 consecutive runs, then you recover the loss that you have incurred, which works if you're doing things like differs, which basically, if you go for the normal martingale, you would have to use a very big martingale factor. But if you go to consecutive loss, then it will probably even blow your account. So let's run and see how the split martingale works. So let's say it. Here you set the number of runs to recover with. Remember, we are doing random prediction and random market. And there's some techniques that you should have learned by now. So you can see, if you have a bigger account, basically the low payouts market might favor you. But if you have a very small account, then you hardly make money that makes sense from these small payouts market, like the likes of differs, over 1, over 0. Those markets like huge stakes, and for you to make good money with those markets, you have to basically have a bigger stake. So if you have a smaller stake, then, or rather smaller account, then just go for the low risk, for the high risk markets, basically, if you have a small account. Because now for you to make money with that small account, you need to basically go for a market that has a higher payout, or else you'll just stay there the entire day and not make anything. Because basically, if you are using $1 to trade on differs, basically you will hardly make something that makes sense, unless it all comes down to what an amount that makes sense means to you. So if you're targeting something like $100 in a day, and you're using a stake of $1 and you're trading differs, it's gonna be hard. It's gonna be hard for you to hit that specific limit. So depending on your stake and what you're targeting in a day, it should dictate the kind of market that you want to trade. If it's differs, just know for you to make money that makes sense, you have to stake heavily, or you have to just go to market that is a little bit riskier, which has a bigger payout. But now, if you go for a market that is a bit riskier, you need now to do your perfect analysis. Because if you have a small account and you lose consecutive times, then you're gonna again blow that specific small account. So yeah, it's just about calculations right here. So depending on what you're targeting to make in a day should dictate the staking you're going to use and the specific contract type that you're gonna trade. So for instance, let's maybe stop so that I explain to you what exactly split martingale is. So I'll just go and trace where we have lost. So it is, so you can see we lost at this point here. So we lost 10 USD, and then the the next contract was also a loss. So if you could be using the normal martingale, then you'll need a martingale of, I think, a value like 11 or 12, so in order to recover the loss. So in this case, after the second loss, you can see the first loss. After the first loss, the second stake is not that huge, and if you could be using the normal martingale, then this stake right here could be around 120 USD. Then after you lost this one, then this one could be playing at around 1,400 and something if you're using a martingale factor of 12. So you can see now with split martingale, you're basically spreading your loss across several runs. So you can see right here what happened. So after 3 consecutive runs, you're supposed to recover your entire loss and then reset back to your initial stake, ensuring that you're not over-risking your account. But you also need to trade carefully, because if you fail to recover within the 3 runs, then also the stake continues to grow as you increase. But it's a good recovery system whereby if you're trading on the less risky markets. Yeah, so because the less risk markets, you are more likely to have consecutive wins, which will make you recover easily, than high risk markets whereby you can go long losing streaks. Yeah, so that's it for this video. Make sure to give this video a thumbs up, and remember, in every bot that I usually create here on the YouTube channel, you'll usually find it on the, just go to click this more drop down, and then you'll see the YouTube bots. This one here, just click the YouTube bots, and then you'll see the entire bots that are on the channel, or rather, not all of them, but a couple of them, from the time I started uploading them here, and they will have the same exact name that you are seeing on the same exact video, and you can even rewatch the video right here to confirm if it's the exact bot that you want. And you can as well click the load button right here to load the bot into the bot builder. So for instance, let me just save this bot right here. So I'll just save it, I'll just upload it like that. So we call it progress NB1, then save it. So now, if now we go to the YouTube bots, I wanted to show you how the load button works. So when you click load, like for instance in the case of this bot right here, then you'll just wait, then it will load and take you to the bot builder directly, and there you have it. So for all those bots that you see when I'm creating them, and not all of them, but those that have at least a good logic, so I'll be uploading them right here, or rather a complex logic that you cannot recreate easily. So there you have the bot imported. There you can adjust some few configurations here and there and run it and test it out, adjust it if you want, save it if you want also. So you can save it via this button right here. So when you click here, you'll be able to save the bot into your device. So that's literally it about this specific video. And also, if you don't know how to analyze the market, at BotBlitz we have made it easy for you. So just go to here and then go to AI auto analysis. I'll do a detailed video on this one, show you how to use it, but you just click here, analyze, and then you'll be able to have a signal. Same, it can auto trade that signal, and it has also recovery system, which we have the split martingale included. So that's it for this specific video. Make sure to drop the next logic that you want me to create for your next bot. That's it for this video.